Hi, it's Tracy from Two Rocks Tarot, and today I'm going to be doing a Lenormand week ahead, which I haven't done for ages. I can't even remember the last time that I did it. So I'll be using a brand new deck called the Heloise Lenormand, which I did a walkthrough. It'll be coming out on Saturday, so I'll put a card up there for those of you who want to have a look at the whole deck. And as you can see, it's a gorgeous deck, so it's actually based on stained glass windows. And I saw it on Etsy. I've never brought I can't even remember if I've actually bought anything off Etsy before, because the postage, particularly of tarot decks, is sometimes, well, actually more often than not, is more than the actual deck itself. So I thought, what better way to kickstart a new deck with actually doing a week ahead reading. So as you can see, I'll be doing the 9 card. So this will run from the 21st of March to the 25th of March. And the focus card here, as you can see, is the child. So that's the card that's in the middle. So that's the actual focus card there. So this week we might be feeling like some childlike qualities. So we might actually be made to feel like a child. We might be having to deal with children or a child in particular. We may be facing issues with something new. You're on the cusp of starting something new. The child is a card that can invoke some childlike wonder, I should say, but it's also a card that can invoke some childhood fears as well. So we'll go further on in the reading and see what's actually happening here. So we're looking at the past, and the past is the dog, the tower, and the birds. Now the Tower in Lenormand doesn't mean actual, like the tower card in the tarot. That's what I'm trying to get out. It's been a while since I've been doing a reading, isn't it? You can probably tell. So really the tower can be a card of isolation, it can be a card of protection, and because it's right next to the central card, means that this week we will all be protected in some way or another. Now of course the dog can represent a friend from the past, and because it is in the past actual column, you may hear about or read about something about a friend that you knew in the past. And indeed, you know, it could actually even be a pet. You may be thinking about a pet that you've lost, they've been on your mind lately, and, you know, the dog can actually reflect that as well. But usually it's a card that represents friendships and things of that nature. But because it's in the past column, that's why it's there. And also loyalty. Don't forget about loyalty, because not all friends are loyal, are they? And because we have got the birds there, now the birds can actually represent gossip. So you may hear some gossip about a friend of yours from the past, or you may find out something about this particular friend in the past. Now the birds, because it can or often represent work colleagues as well, such as a sales team and things like that. So you might actually hear something about one of your work colleagues as work as well. So there could be somebody that's doing a little bit of gossiping. If we're looking at the present, we've got the mice, the child, and the woman. So if we're thinking about that gossip aspect of the past, and this is the actual present, and because the mice is on top of the child, when the mice appears on top of something, it can literally mean that someone is shitting on you, is actually spreading crap. And because the woman is directly underneath it, it could represent a woman with a child, or someone, even a woman who's very childlike, who's very, very immature as well. So this could be the person that is causing some angst in your life. Like I said, it could be a friend from the past, or it could actually be a work colleague. And I think I'd have to mention too that if you are applying for other jobs and you have got someone on your resume, perhaps they are not presenting you in a good light, and it would definitely be a woman, because we've got the woman card there, so it'll definitely be a woman. So those of you who are in the throes of looking for a new job, just check your references. It doesn't hurt to ring up someone that you've been to a job for, or applied, I should say, being for an interview. That's what I'm trying to get out. Being for an interview, and just ask, you know, you can ask, how did the referees represent you? Just to find out. This actually happened to me many years ago, but my prospective employer actually rang me up and said that you should take them off your resume because they didn't put you in a good light. And I actually got the job anyway, but I always, when that combination comes up, you know, it kind of makes me a little bit weary as well. And then we have got like the a future or the outcome of this, we have got the scythe and we have got the man and we have got the snake. Now, when you see that together, there's going to be some type of sharp break for a man. Oh, I'm just listening because I think my cats can get a little bit, when they play fight, they can get a little bit boisterous. And I was just making sure I wasn't getting too much there. So the scythe and the man can mean a sharp break. And because the snake is underneath, when the snake comes up next to the man and the woman card, it really literally means that they are not very, very honest at all. So you could, some of you out there might actually suffer a breakup of some sort because of some type of dishonesty. When the snake comes up next to a person card, it definitely means, that person hasn't been either faithful or they've been, and again, we've got this gossip part as well. But what I'm kind of intrigued with, because I know you're not supposed to read it this way, but you know me, I'll read how I read. But we've got the snake, we've got the woman, and we've got the man, and we've also got the child. So this actually could be a couple with a child that is going to come to some sort of break up because of some type of dishonesty, okay? That's what I'm feeling, all right? If we go to the top part of the across now, so we're going to get the dog, the mice, and the scythe. Indeed, that even indicates there's going to be some sort of friendship that's broken up as well. So I'm getting a gist of as a couple, but I'm also getting a gist that it could be a friendship. And also it could be something to do with work as well, because the mice can sometimes represent work, but it's kind of hard to explain. And then the middle one is because that's the energy that's weighing on your mind. And then the middle card is what you're currently dealing with. So you've got the Tower, the child, and the man. So then there again, there could be a male who is acting very, very childlike as well. Who's trying to keep you isolated from family and friends. And, we've all seen the horrific outcomes of that with domestic violence, having men who are like that, who are very overbearing. The third one, the bottom row, is lessons learned and what's under control. So because we've got the birds, the woman, and the snake. Now, as I said, the woman and the snake can be someone who's very, very spiteful, who's very, very sharp with their words, very, very nasty. Gossip mongering. So, even though this is what's under control, I don't really feel like it is, but I feel like in the future that you will get that under control, because this is definitely like a lesson learned. So you've learned your lesson about that. And I suppose be careful who you can find, and particularly when it comes to work situations as well. I think we've all been guilty about that. We've all said something to somebody about a work colleague and it's come back to bite us in the face. That's the kind of gist that I'm getting here. Now we are looking at the indirect influences with which you've got the dog, the child, and the snake, and then you've got the scythe, the child, and the birds as well, okay? So again, because we've got the dog, the child, and the snake, I do feel this is a childhood friend who hasn't been very nice to you. And I think this particular one, I'm just looking, it almost looks like this snake has got two heads. So they're telling you one thing, but they're really spitting out poison and at the other, behind your back. So I think there's going to be some sort of childhood friendship that's definitely going to break up, okay? And because we've got the scythe and the child and the birds as well. Sometimes the scythe and the child, can mean a big change for a child. So such as, if you are going through a divorce, of course that's going to be a change. But I have to say sometimes the scythe and the child together can indicate a miscarriage or a loss of a child in some way, okay? Because we've got the birds there as well. And why I'm getting that feeling is because we've got two up the top and there's one at the bottom, okay? And, this could actually also indicate a childhood friends, but 3 childhood friends. But there's always one who's probably been a little bit left out, or that they can be a little bit nasty, but I don't think you all realise just how nasty that this person, they're quite toxic. So, I definitely feel like that this friendship is, going. And if we're looking at the outside, influence here, like the energy around it, is we've got the dog, the sky, the birds, and the snakes. As you can see, I think that this week seems to be very toxic when it comes to matters dealing with relationships, with children, with work colleagues, with friendships. Just seems to be a little bit toxic this week. So be very wary of that, because the answer card is actually the ninth card, which is the snake. So that's the answer. So if things haven't been going well for you, if you're finding yourself a little bit unsettled and people are treating you a little bit differently, perhaps have a look at where that poison is coming from, okay? Because there's somebody in your immediate environment that is not putting you in a good light. For those of you who are going through a breakup, it's probably the best thing if there's a child involved, with children, because the poisonous nature of your relationship will reflect on your child, and they will think that it's either normal to be like that, or they will act up and act like the other parent, regardless if you're married or not. They might start acting up and repeating what they're hearing, and things of that nature. So be very, very wary of that. But we have got the Tower that's right next to the child. So, we will be protected, okay? So this child will be protected by the higher consciousness, God, Jesus, the goddess, the gods, what angels, whatever, which way you look at it, whatever your beliefs and your paths lie in. It is a card of protection, okay, the Tower, very much so. And it's just going to be a lot to deal with. I think it's going to be a bit of a toxic week. It's quite funny, because when I actually done the walkthrough with this deck, I said that I think it's going to be a little bit more brutal than what Titania's fortune cards are, and having its very first reading that I've done showing a lot of toxicity seems to be the case. So just be very wary who you talk to, and people are treating you differently. Just see where it comes from. All right. Well, hopefully it's not going to be, it's not the best week, is it, when you look at it as the week ahead? But, these things happen. So until next time, take care. This is Tracy.